Today I've decided to make a quick little update regarding my Redstone hex computer, the Hexicuter PC1. And as you can see, this computer is pretty much done. The casing and the circuitry and all the other components that were missing in the last update are here. And yeah, so there's a lot of problems that I still haven't really worked out, a lot of bugs and a lot of other flaws. And of course, I will be going into that later in this video. But right now, I'm just going to show you around and show you the features and, do some brief explanations. So to start off, I'll just show you inside here. There we go. And yeah, so pretty much everything has been installed. And yeah, the wiring and the circuitry though is an absolute mess, and that is something that was a result of me trying to debug this computer and work out all the issues. And honestly, I'm not really happy with how this looks. It really doesn't look all that good at all. Next, if we come over here, we can see that the ROM has been installed. This is about 16 lines, and this amounts to about 80 bytes of ROM. And of course, if we come out here, we can see that we also have a ROM expansion port. We have the instruction bus right here, and then the program counter output. And over here, we have this switch right here that allows you to toggle between 16 lines of ROM or 32 lines, and basically so this computer will be able to support, or it's able to support, up to 32 lines, or that's about 160 bytes of ROM. And if you hook up a ROM expansion right here and you toggle this, or you switch it to 32 line mode, the computer will read not only from the internal ROM but also from the external ROM as well. So it's really just a basic, a really simple kind of bank switching, which allows you to expand the ROM by 2 times. And over here, I'll just go over this again if I haven't already. This is just the RAM expansion. This allows you to expand the RAM up to 8 bytes. You can hook up an extra 4 bytes of RAM to this port, and that will give you a total of 8 bytes of RAM to work with. There's really nothing else to say about that. If we come over here, we can see that I've added a display or a data output port, and what this allows you to do is hook up an extra display or like whatever, and you can also switch between the internal display or the external device that you've connected to. Alright, so I'll just do what I promised I'd do in the last video and explain how this display works. And to be honest, it's really nothing that special. It's just a scrolling numerical display. You basically input numbers from the keyboard, or the computer will write numbers to the display. And when you hit update display, or when the computer updates the display, it will show the number at the screen. And if you want to send another number, it will also output that number to the display, but the last number will scroll up. And if you keep inputting numbers, it will just keep scrolling and showing the new numbers. Alright, so just to quickly demonstrate this, I'll just turn it on. And I'm not going to be using the computer, I'm just using the display. Of course, I had to disconnect some of the wires so that, just to make sure that I wouldn't be running the test program that I had when debugging this. So say if we input the number, let's say number 8, and then enter that, it should be written to the display. And yeah, there it is. And if we input another number, let's say 3, that should be written to the display as well. And of course, so on and so forth. We input, let's say 11, and then enter. That will be written. And yeah, as you can see, that's basically how the display works. So yeah, as I said earlier, there are a ton of bugs in this computer, and even after spending several weeks trying to debug this, there's still problems. And I was still willing to try and, fix this and work this out until I discovered a massive flaw in the computer's architecture, which caused a lot of the data lines and other things to interfere with each other when they really shouldn't. And it eventually became just such a mess that I decided to just completely give up trying to fix this or continue working on this computer altogether. However, if you still want to get access to this world and, just tinker around with this and see what you can do with it, I'm not really sure why you'd want to, but if you want to do it, the world download for my Redstone lab will be in the description. And actually, since I've abandoned this computer project right here, I've actually been working on other things that are actually way better and more capable, more powerful than, just completely better in all aspects compared to this computer right here. However, I won't be sharing that in this video, but if you want to see any sneak peeks or anything on the current things that I'm working on, you can join my Discord server, and the link to that will also be in the description. Anyways, that concludes this little update video, and I will see you all later.